How's everybody doing? Hi, hi, hi. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hey, Miss K, how are you
I
doing?
am doing wonderful, Miss Jelly. How are you?
I am great. It is a brand new day. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have you. Hey, 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 Mike Walker is in the house. That is awesome. Thank you for being here. And so I'm so happy to be here because, listen, especially with everything going on with the pandemic, a lot of us are being a lot more aware of how much cleaner we probably should be. How much more in tune with different ways to not get germs on us. And so, the world is opening up. We need to be safe. We need to be clean. We need to be conscious. And what is the one place that a lot of us dread going? Public restrooms, people's houses that are not your own restrooms. It might be the work restroom. And you're like, goodness, I wish there was some way somebody came up with something to just make this such a less messy process. It's a better process. I know y'all like using the bathroom. That's gross. I'm just saying there is hope. Okay, there is a ram in the bush, and she has come out of the bush with Panty Buddy, and I'm just so excited to have the founder, the creative genius that came up with something that is going to help so many of us. Already helping those who know about her, but Kay, I'm so excited you're here. You don't even understand.
Listen.
I'm so excited. Okay, Kay, for those who are not familiar with Awesome You and the awesome product that you have created, can you give us a synopsis of all things Panty Buddy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm going to slide you $10 just for that. But listen, so the Panty Buddy, this was my brainchild, and it is a wristlet that we create for women to make sure that we have all the essentials we need to safely use a public restroom. So no matter the conditions you're going to find, ladies, we all know we got to go, right? When we got to go, we got to go. We push our elbow and hit that stall door and it opens up and we're like, no, not that one. And we go to the next one and we kick that one in. We're like, ooh, no, not that one. Let me try the handicap stall. We're always trying to find the safest, the most clean restroom to use. But we eventually have to go in there. And so the Panty Buddy makes sure you have everything you need to safely use a public restroom. We have an emergency supply of toilet paper so that you're never caught without the essentials. We also have an emergency supply of toilet seat covers because there's no standard or regulation. Like, so we can go in a restroom, there not be a toilet seat cover, and we actually need to sit. So who has time to line the toilet with the toilet paper and all this good stuff? And there's nothing like going in a public restroom, and when you reach for the toilet paper, there's none there. Right. So this makes sure that you always got it so you don't have to do the drip dry dance and all that stuff. Ladies, you know, we got a lot going on when we in that public restroom. But the best part about the Panty Buddy is that it's a wristlet. So it fits on your arm like this. And you literally open the panty protecting strap. It loops out. You loop this around your underwear. So if you're squatting, now you have something to pull everything away from that public toilet. So you don't have to try to hold it and squat and hold this and juggling your bag and your purse. And you don't have to do all that juggling anymore. The Panty Buddy holds it all together and helps you protect your panties from any germs that are in the bathroom, whether it's touching the rim of the toilet seat or trying to touch the floor or anything else. It holds everything together right here in your Panty Buddy. So you can quickly get in and get out. This is what we want to do, right?
Okay, so I have a question. With this maneuvering, because it's got the cord to pull and the pull, I mean, are you saying it's easier because it's connected
Oh,
to
it's
the
so
wrist?
easy. It's 1, 2, 3. Because it's a wristlet, you're literally pulling your underwear down, you pull the cord out, loop it around. It's a Velcro closure, so it literally loops and you're good. You loop it around and you pull it up and you're good to go. I tell you, I use this all the time. We're on a road trip a lot. We take road trips back and forth home. And when you have to stop at that rest area or that gas station's rest stop that you make and you got to run in and use the restroom while you're getting gas, It's perfect for that sort of thing. It's perfect for the airplane, airport. I just traveled internationally, had to use the public restroom in the airport and the airplane, and had my Panty Buddy right with me. So it's a quick 1, 2, 3, loop it and go. We have very easy. It's a natural process. Once you see it happen in one time, we have easy tutorials on our website at pantybuddy.com. You can click on the how-to videos and see just how quick and easy it is to use it.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so what about in an airplane?
Yep. So you're in that tight space, right? You're in a really tight, confined space in the airplane, and so you're kind of backing it up, and you definitely don't want to sit on that commode. So that you're in the squatting position. It's a quick and easy. Loop it out, loop it around, do what you need to do, and get on out of there.
Goodness me. So how many seat covers come in? Like, how often do we have to refill? Is there other sanitizing things in there? Like,
sure. So we've got toilet seat covers here. 4 of them come in a pack. And so with the Panty Buddy, the Panty Buddy, it was really important to me to design it and make it cute and fashionable so that women, we can just carry this as a wristlet. You can put your ID and your credit card in here. There's little pockets all over, and just carry it just as a cute little wristlet if you wanted to. But the best part about it is that it's got all the little compartments. So you can keep your toilet seat covers here. It comes equipped with toilet seat covers and toilet paper. We also sell refillables. We sell 3 of these online for like $5. That's same with the toilet paper as well. We have the refillables that are just the perfect size for the Panty Buddy. Another thing that I was really conscious of is for young ladies. So now kids are back in school. We have middle schoolers and high schoolers that need to, carry feminine hygiene products and that sort of thing. It is specifically designed to fit a sanitary napkin in there so that they can carry this and go to the restroom and nobody will have to know what they're going in there with.
Goodness. So Kimberly says, go Sora, great product.
But yeah, so that's our Panty Buddy. I mean, it was designed truly with the woman in mind, for the woman that's on the go, for the pregnant woman that's got a lot going on. Her body has changed, and so she may not be able to maneuver like she is used to maneuvering. It just kind of gives you an extra hand when you need it the most. That's one of our little taglines. It's like, we're in that tight space and those little stalls, and they seem to be getting smaller and smaller, right? We're not getting bigger. Those stalls are getting smaller. And so when you're in those tight spaces, it just helps you keep everything together, quick, easy, in, out, so that you can resume your normal activities.
Wow. Hi, Sharika. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you tuned in. Be sure to ask any questions that you have for Miss K. And the T. Marie says Panty Buddy is everything, especially on airplanes. Thank you, sis.
It definitely helps. It helps in those like I said, those little tight spaces where you're just trying to, you got to go. You can only hold it for so long. And when you got to go, you got to go. So we just want to help you be able to go quick and easy and as germ-free as possible. I don't normally consider myself to be a germaphobe, but in the public restroom is one place where I truly become a germaphobe. Like, I don't want anything. I want to, get in there, get out of there. I don't want anything touching. I don't want anything, no mistakes to be happening while I'm in that place. Because you don't know, right? How many people have been in that facility. You don't know how clean it is. Even if it looks clean, it may not be. There's this thing called the plume. So when the toilet flushes, germs just, mist out in the air, and so the Panty Buddy just helps you keep it all together so you can, so you don't have to worry about coming in contact with all those little nasty critters.
Goodness, that is really, really insightful. Barefoot Duchess says, genius. I have one and just ordered my refills with the 15% off sale going on now. Okay, there's a sale going on now.
We have a holiday sale that is 15% off your purchase. So join us at pantybuddy.com. Check it out. Pick out your favorite color. That's the other thing. It comes in 8 different colors. And so we have a beautiful metallic gold. We have a beautiful metallic silver, if that's your thing. We have a lovely caramel that's big for the fall. This is a huge fall winter color. We have a green. We have a cream colored one as well. We have the traditional black. We have the red if you're spicy. And then we have the girly girl pink. So we have 8 different colors that it comes in. I always say pick your favorite color or 2. You can interchange them with your outfits. And you can carry it just as a wristlet. Nobody has to know what's in there. But when you get ready to go to a public restroom, you've got everything you need to safely get in and get out.
Wow. Yeah. Kimberly says great office gifts.
It is. It's a really great, especially as we're now returning back to the office, right? We've had so many, January with all the mandates coming out about vaccinations and that sort of thing. I work, 9 to 5 in healthcare, and so many health plans are requiring their people to come back into the office. That they be vaccinated and that they come back into the office. And so, we're going to be in the office with, people again and having to reassimilate ourselves. And, I don't know about you guys, but I have not always worked with the most cleanly females in the office. Sometimes the female bathroom can be the worst place in the world, to the point to where, at one particular job, I would go, all the way downstairs I worked on the 4th floor and would go all the way downstairs to the 1st floor because that was the cleanest bathroom. So those are the types of things that we're going to have to now readjust ourselves to. I had a lady place an order. She bought like 20 of them. I was like, wow, what are you going to do with all these Panty Buddies? And I ended up having a conversation with her, and that's exactly what she was doing. She purchased them for her office coworkers. They were going back into the office. She heard about the Panty Buddies some way, somehow. And there's about 20 folks walking around in Maryland with Panty Buddies on their own right now because of her. So she was a really good manager.
Rita says the plum is real. Most public restrooms have no cover.
That's right.
I cannot say that I actually ever thought about that.
Yeah, there's a spray. And then, so that toilet paper that's already in there, it's been, exposed quite a few times to several flushes. They don't change it until it's totally used up. So, but just those are the types of things. And from the Panty Buddies perspective, I'll tell you, I literally was, traveling a lot for work, in and out, that kind of thing. And it was a lot of one day travel, kind of fly here and come back kind of thing. And so I found myself like traveling in my business suit, and I've got my one, overnight roller and that sort of thing, getting into the airplane, to the airport restrooms. It was a little challenging. I roll my luggage in. I've got my shaper and spank on, and I got all this stuff, and I got to maneuver and pull down and hold together and all of this. And so I ended up thinking like, oh, there's got to be something. I wish I just had like an extra hand, something to just kind of hold some stuff together for me in there. And I started looking for it. All right. So I searched all over Amazon and, online, looking for something that would just kind of a restroom aid, a restroom assistant.
Okay, I was gonna say, what were you looking for? Like,
I was looking for like a woman's restroom assistance, restroom aid. I was just putting in all kinds of stuff, and I couldn't find anything, right? But in my mind, I knew what I wanted. I knew what I thought would be helpful for me, and so I ended up. Long story short, ended up making me a prototype out of a little boy's wallet and some Velcro and a dog leash. So I bought a dog leash. I cut it up. I stitched it because I can at least hand stitch. I don't know how to use a sewing machine. So I stitched it. I sewed the Velcro on. And so I had this little boy's wallet, this little trifold Velcro wallet. And it worked great. It was what I needed. It helped me, solve the problem.
Wow.
And I held on to that for about 2 years or so. It worked great for me. And then when the pandemic happened, I really sat and thought about, like, could I manufacture this? Like, could I really make this? And for the longest time, I doubted that I could. Sometimes as I'll say as people, but really as women, we get this self-doubt thing going in our head and wondering, if we can be successful or afraid to try it and that kind of thing. And so I always considered myself too busy to do it. I didn't know how to do it, whatever. But eventually I found a mentor, and she literally mentored me through the manufacturing process. And
Wow.
it was a wonderful experience, but it all happened during the pandemic. And so while we were, closed up and couldn't, get out and quarantined and all that stuff, this is the little thing that kept me busy. I was, in here drawing patterns and thinking, looking at measurements and all of that. And eventually found a manufacturer to create it for me. So
Wow. Marita says, yes, most coworkers are nasty. So I guess he's definitely saying, like, yes, please get this for your coworkers. Get it for your coworkers.
get it for your coworkers. And right now you can save 15% off
15%.
with the coupon code on pantybuddy.com.
He wants to know, how long did it take to develop it?
It literally, so the idea, I sat on it for about 2 to 3 years. And then I finally, I made my little prototype and was using it. Once I really settled down and made up my mind that I was going to some way, somehow mass produce these things,
Yes.
It took me from about March of 2020 until October, November, sometime in 2020 to literally get one in my hands. So I had to go through the process of having my specs drawn for the manufacturer, because you can't just send them something on the back of a napkin. Like, they need to know, how large do you want your label to be? How many inches do you want this little red thing? What color red do you want? What, what's the code color? What's the, and so I had to, down to every little nuance of the handle that pulls off, and the grade of the Velcro that's used to fasten it. All that kind of stuff. And so I had to get a quick tutorial on all of that.
Well, all of this came for, did you use the same size as the young man's wallet? Like, is it literally still the same size? Like, how did this?
No, I did not, because the little boy's wallet worked for me, but I knew it was too small, because then I kept thinking about, okay, like, if I wanted to carry some sanitary napkins in here, if I want to put, a tampon in here, if I wanted to, stick my money and my ID and my credit card in here, what would that look like? And I would need a pocket. I need a couple pockets. I need this to be, the dimensions, it's 4 inches by 4 inches. I need it to be big enough to fit something in here. Then it got down to, finding manufacturers to make, a sample, a size of toilet paper to refill them. And, how big do I want the hole to be so that the toilet paper can come out. And it got to be very, very tedious, very detailed. And so that's the stuff. And I'm more of an analytical thinker and kind of numbers driven. And so this, when I say it, saved me, kept me busy during the pandemic. I would work, I was working from home, that sort of thing during the daytime. But in the evenings, like, this is what kept me going. Like, okay, let me draw this out. Let me get a piece of paper and fold it up, 4 inches by 4 inches, and see how big that's going to be. Or do I need to be a little bigger? So it got intense. But It was enjoyable. It was like birthing a baby. It really was.
Well, Kimberly says, awesome. Marita says, this is amazing. I feel like this should be on Shark Tank.
That's the goal eventually. Eventually. So we just launched this year. And so, as a matter of fact, we did some pre-order. So all my family, I got to give a shout out to all my family and friends who helped me by pre-ordering. So we did a pre-order last year for Black Friday, and I was able to sell enough pre-orders to fund the first shipment. And so we got the very first shipment in January of 2021 and was able to send them out. Launched, we had a website launch and all that stuff. And so we've been selling ever since. So we're coming upon, kind of like our 1 year of really being in business. And it's important for me to, have the sales represent where they need to be. It's a new product. It's something that I invented. I have a patent pending on the product now. I went through the process of getting my my name trademarked, and have a wonderful attorney friend who helped with that. And so it's been a journey. It's been it's just not like you just wake up and say, okay, I'm gonna make a product, but at the same time, it's been a true labor of love. I say all the time, I have my 9 to 5, and then my 5 to midnight is Panty Buddy. So whether I'm, trying to figure out how to use IG or whatever the deal is.
Congratulations. Cheers to you for doing so well in your first. We like to throw a little confetti and celebrate. Derica says, so proud of you, sis.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so question. Now, all this process that you had to go through to make sure this is strong enough for this and this works for this. Tell me now, do you have any blooper stories of trial and error?
Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. A ton of bloopers because, and so my manufacturer is overseas. And so WhatsApp became my best friend to communicate with them. And so I would, send them a text message, in the morning, and they would answer me at night, kind of thing. But I went through a lot from a manufacturing perspective because it was important for me to get it right. And so luckily, my mentor who helped me through the process, she had prepared me enough to know what questions to ask, what lingo to speak, what does the MOQ, what does that mean? Know everything that she prepared me to know what I was, so I could sound like I knew what I was talking about. Let me put it that way. But it would be so I would tell them what I wanted, and then I'd have to wait a week for them to ship it to me. I would get it, and it would be, well, the thread is not right, or this is the strap is a certain length for a reason, because of it being able to fold down on top of each other when you fold it up and fit snugly right here in this 4-inch compartment. And so they would make the strap too long, or not make it long enough, or it was a lot of that sort of minute details that you really have to pay attention to, because if they'll throw something together if you let them, And so,
did you go to the bathroom every time they sent us something and go and pull and make sure?
Let me pull and make sure this is going to work. Let me make sure that the adhesive that they're using is strong enough. Let me make sure that this folds up quick and easy. Oh yeah, it was a lot of that. So when I tell you,
you spent a lot of time in the bathroom.
A lot of time in the bathroom.
Carolyn says, I love my Panty Buddy. It came in very handy while on vacation this weekend. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little tool that once you start using it, I always say every woman needs a Panty Buddy, right? So it's going to be your new best friend, as soon as you get one. So I would encourage you to go out there, pick up your Panty Buddy. We've got a great sale going on right now, and start using it. Leave us a review. One of the things you can do is once you get your Panty Buddy, go back on to pantybuddy.com and leave us a review. Another thing that you can do is follow us on IG and any other social media platform. We are at Panty Buddy. on, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it,
TikTok,
LinkedIn, you
you
name
on
it, we're there.
TikTok? Like, hey, Petty. Um, Hope said it's an incredible product. T. Marie is cracking up. I love that you're on all social media platforms because you're trying to make sure you're reaching as many women as you can. I have a question though. What's your toilet paper? I mean, what? Okay, what ply are we talking about for this toilet paper? I mean, what?
It's enough to get the job done. So so the packets come with about 2.5 to 3 feet of toilet paper rolled up in here, or folded in here, and it's a 2-ply.
Okay, I'm just
I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot better than I was in the airport this past weekend, and literally when I pulled the thing, the toilet paper in some of the restrooms, you can literally see through it. It's so thin. I was like, oh no, let me get my Panty Buddy. Even though they had toilet, I didn't have time to even fool that. I was like, let me use my Panty Buddy toilet paper and be done with it.
This is an amazing product. As a middle child between two brothers, I definitely have to ask. I mean, is there something in the work for the bros? I don't know. Do they? I mean, I don't know. I mean, draws, buddy. I don't know. I mean,
like it's called Boxer Buddy. I got a name for it already. Okay. And I get a lot of. I'm not gonna say tons, but I get requests from guys all the time. So, which is a demographic that me being a woman, I don't really think about. I'm a mom of 3 boys and I'm married. So I'm in a house full of men, 24/7. But at different trade shows and pop-up events that I do, I sell a good bit to men. We were at an expo this past weekend, and one guy came up and he bought some for his mom and his sisters as Christmas gifts, and that kind of thing. But I get a lot of guys saying, well, what about us? And so
yes, we have him right here.
With the idea of Boxer Buddy, because they may have to sit at some point and may need a toilet seat cover or something. But so that's in the works for me. But my main thing is to get Panty Buddy off the ground, and then there's all sorts of ideas rolling around in here about
Luis is like, why we got to sit on the seat? I mean, not just that. Of course, they don't want their clothes touching the toilet either. They don't want their money in the pool. They don't want.
I got it. I got you covered. I promise you. I got you covered.
Goodness. So you've already kind of answered the first part of my next question, but I definitely would like to know, and I'm sure everybody would like to know. So like, what's next for Panty Buddy? Where do we see things going 5 years down the line? I mean, we already know that this genius mind of yours is sitting and putting things together. I mean, where are we going from here?
So I say all the time that Panty Buddy is here to change the way that women use public restrooms. And that's where we're going. I see us in big box retailers. I see us, being mass distributed all across the United States and other countries. The benefit of me getting out over this past year, and it's been limited because of the pandemic and things slowly opening. But my forecast for this coming year for 2022 is to be out and about more, doing with more women conferences and that sort of thing, being on that expo scene, to get the brand out there, to get the name out there, to get the concept out there. It's something that we as women deal with, but we just kind of deal with it. We're squatting and got one foot on the door, and because we do all things anyway, so we never really think about it. But this is just one of those things that's like, okay, if I could alleviate one little thing, let's do it. I like to liken my story to like the lady who started Poopery. We've all, we could scratch a match and do all that kind of stuff. But if we got a little cute little spray, why not use that? And so that's where I see us going. World domination for Panty Buddy.
Yes.
But being out and about talking to different people, which is why I love doing the expos and the pop-up shops and that sort of thing, is because I get so many ideas. Like people just come to me and we strike up conversations. I met a young lady and she was telling me about the toilets in I think it's Japan or China, whatever. And it's just a little hole and they got a squat, and she's like, this would be great for that. Like I lived over there for all these years and da, 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 And so it's that kind of thing. I was at a trade show and met a lady who was a female truck driver. And she was like, baby, let me tell you, we got to go in there with these guys, after these guys. And, the truck stops are always nasty and da, 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 da. So it's been that kind of thing, so I see this growing in there are several different segments. I have a friend who is into RVing, and she's got her whole little crew with Panty Buddies, and so they're doing the camping and the hiking and all that stuff. So the outdoor space. So my vision board is huge for Panty Buddy, and we're just like the little business that could. So we've had a phenomenal first year, and it's just onward and upward from here.
That is wonderful. I'm so very grateful that you took this time to share with us. And it definitely does sound like an amazing product. Hopefully no one will feel some tough sort of way by getting one for Christmas. Like, what you trying to say, Panty Buddy? No, it's
no, you're gonna need it. It's everybody, it's the woman's best friend. It really is your new best friend. And it's a great gift because it's at an affordable price. They are $30 online plus the 15% off. You can catch that sale now. But the great thing about it is that it's a cute little stocking stuffer. It's a great accent gift. Every woman, for the woman who's hard to buy for, and you think, oh my gosh, she's got everything. What do I get her? Get her a Panty Buddy. It comes with an instructional guide in there, easy 1, 2, 3 as to how to use it. I've had several reviews done, and folks are really excited about it. And it's a great gift, makes a really great gift. And if you don't know what to get her a Panty Buddy. I promise you, she won't be mad at you.
Wow, that's awesome. So Mobita wants to know, what are some of the names for your product that you didn't choose to go with?
That's an excellent question. So, like, my running name when I thought about this, like all these years, was panty in a bunch. Like I wanted to come up with something about bunching your panties, right? But when I got to doing my name search for my trademark, all of that was taken. Like, panties in a bunch and, all that stuff. All those names were taken. So I ended up coming up with Panty Buddy. I was thinking, well, it could be her best friend, that kind of thing. It's going to save your panties from the germs. It's going to be your panties friend. And so, Panty Friend didn't really sound right. So I ended up going with Panty Buddy.
Yeah, that sounds a little
that name was not already U.S. Trademarked. And so that was one of the big deciding factors on choosing the name. And the logo and all of that. I wanted to really speak to, a woman with heels on, with panties kind of around the calves or so, the kind of the way it looks when we're, in that public stall trying to sit or squat to take care of Mother Nature.
Wow. So I have a non-panty related question. If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Oh my goodness, I would be a giraffe. I'm already tall and I love being tall. So the fact that the giraffe has just long, beautiful legs and long neck and it's just so statuesque to me. So if I could be an animal, I would definitely be a giraffe.
How tall are you?
Anybody to get anything out the tree, they just hold their neck up and they get it, right?
How tall are you?
I am 5'10", a good 6 foot plus in heels, depending upon how sexy I'm trying to be. But I love being tall. I love the fact that, and when I was younger, because I kind of got tall over one summer, like my 7th grade year. I was short, and then 8th grade I was just tall. I had my growth spurt. And so it took me a while to get used to that, especially in those younger years. But as an adult, I absolutely love it. My most favorite thing is I get people asking me to reach some stuff off the top shelf, and it brings a wealth of independence. I don't have to ask anybody, could you please get this for me up here? I just get it myself.
I'm 5'5", so I do. Bethany wants to know, do you have any advice for other women entrepreneurs who are starting out?
Absolutely. Find yourself a mentor in your field. We as women, we don't have to do this thing alone. And I'm by nature very independent and, headstrong. And, I don't like asking for help. I had to get out of that. I had to totally get out of that. So what I would say to you is definitely find yourself a mentor in that field, and don't be afraid to ask questions. We're here to help. We're here to, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to recreate it. There's somebody who's done something similar before, and so all you need to do is ask for that help.
How would you go about finding a mentor?
You know what where I found my mentor? On Facebook in a
What?
business group. Absolutely. I found her on Facebook in a business group. I literally typed in manufacturer mentor because I had no idea, right, how to manufacture anything. And I've got a little bit of a God story behind mine though, because a year prior to me finding her, and a year prior to me even, I had the idea, but I was, like I said, was too afraid to act on it. I was on a cruise ship where she was a speaker, and it took an entrepreneur little sit-in on a seminar on the cruise ship, and she was a speaker saying, get out there, and everybody's got an idea, and don't sit on it. And I'm nudging my husband like, that's my panty thing that I want to do. And she had really encouraged me she had encouraged the crowd to just do it, kind of thing.
Wow.
And then a year later, I was sitting with the idea of the Panty Buddy, and wanting to move forward with trying to get it out there. I did the corner to corner course. If you're here locally, and I think they have national virtual classes now, check out corner to corner, definitely. They gave me the 1, 2, 3s of how to be in business. But after I finished that, I still didn't have a product. I just had an idea. I won second place in their Nashville wide pitch contest off of a product, of an idea, not an actual product. And so so when I was done with that, that gave me the motivation to say, okay, I can do this maybe, but now how do I do this?
Yeah.
And a friend of a friend introduced me to a Facebook group, Build by Brand, something I don't even know the name of it. I could, post it later, but she sent me that link to join it. I joined it, and I just was looking through all the powerful testimonies and all the help and the questions and all that stuff, and then I searched in that group manufacturing mentor, and this lady's name popped up, where she had made a comment about something, and I reached out to her. And in reaching out to her, I kept saying, she looks kind of familiar. I don't know where I would know her from, though. She's in Philadelphia. I don't know where I would know her from. And started, looked at her Facebook page and realized she was the woman a year ago that was of the seminar that I sat in. So when I finally talked to her, she's like, well, let me tell you how I can help you. I was like, listen, ma'am, God is in this already. God is in this already. We are destined to be together. So yeah, but I would say use those sorts of resources, things that you don't think about.
What do you say though?
What
Hi,
did I say?
Hi, I need a mentor. Like, what do you
How
say?
would you be willing to? I am just started out. I have a product. She mentors a bag. Mentors a bag. She makes a bag, manufactures a bag, and reached out and just said, hey, I would be interested in learning more about the manufacturing process. That's something you'd be willing to walk me through. And so. That help. I would say invest in yourself. If there's a course that you can take, pay for it and take it. If there is, something that you can do from a financial standpoint, do that as well. Make sure that you are positioning yourself for success. I think we sleep on ourselves sometimes, and want things for free all the time, and not willing to pay for what we need. But do that, because if somebody's got the knowledge that you need to get it, and it's $199, get it. Skip a couple of Happy Meals or whatever, and invest in yourself. I would definitely say that. But even all these different social media platforms we have now, to be able to find people that are in similar spaces that what we're doing. The Clubhouse app is a great app for that kind of thing, to just listen in on people, connect with people, get in their DMs about business, and see where it goes. A lot of times we're just one question, one ask, one something away from something really happening big for us.
Absolutely. So Hope agrees. She said giraffe is an animal that she would choose as well. And this is an interesting question. I guess when you're done using it, would you share your Panty Buddy with a
I
stranger in the next
I
stall?
would not, because that strap is wrapping around your underwear. So I wouldn't want to wrap it around anybody else's underwear. It kind of beats you from having to hold it and pull everything away, while you're squatting or sitting. So no, I would not share it. But it is definitely reusable for you. And if you need to wash the strap, it can be washed and sanitized as well. But no, it's a one woman panty buddy.
That is awesome. Well, I appreciate you being here today. I love that you shared. You all can see her website is right on the screen, pantybuddy.com. Please be sure to check it out.
Check it out.
Bethany said you are such an inspiration.
Oh, thank you. Look, I just try to share what has already been shared with me. I'm an open book. I try to live my life out loud, and really to show that, because people, if they can see it, they can be it. And so, if there's anything that I can do, hey, reach out to me. My email address is ceo@pantybuddy.com. You can inbox me on Facebook, Instagram. If there's anything I can do for any of the listeners, feel free.
Okay, he forgot about the strap. That's hilarious. That's why.
I got that boxer buddy coming soon. He's gonna know how to use it really, really well.
Hope's a great interview. And these have been great questions. He said, thank you for coming on tonight. I mean, and even though you have inspired us, even though we may not have a bathroom related story, a bathroom related dream, may not be inspired to change lives due to an uncomfortable situation in a public bathroom. But you have definitely inspired us to think bigger and, to take a chance.
Don't be afraid to do it. That's right. Don't be afraid to do it. Whatever it is, whether it's, running for office or, trying to, the beautiful work that you're doing, Jelly, with kids and preschools and saving parents' lives. We were talking a little bit before the interview about that. All of that. Don't be afraid to do it. Definitely do it. Whatever your niche is out here in this world, we all have something that we can contribute. So believe in yourself that you can do it. I've got my office filled with all these inspirational quotes all over, because I need that positive reinforcement. And so, do that for yourself. Surround yourself with great folks that can, walk you through it. Even if they can't talk you through it, they can at least be in your corner rooting you on.
Yes. Well, we're definitely rooting you on and wishing you much, 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 much success with Panty Buddy and everything and all the extra buddies that are coming to pass. All the extra buddies. Thank you for being here. You all don't forget, check out pantybuddy.com. Great time to catch those last minute sales for Christmas. Those stocking stuffers, co-workers. What are those things called? Christmas.
Kris Kringles. Yeah, all that good stuff.
All that stuff. Get them a buddy for their panties, okay? Change the world one stall at a time.
One stall at a time. Hey, I like that.
Thank you for being here, Kay. Everybody, thank you for being here, and we will see you this same time, same place next week. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.